We've got Nick, we've got Brittany, we've got Winston, we've got Stephanie. Everyone is in the house, and this is what I want to ask you all. Tell me, what's the one habit you've already been doing that you realized happily is actually green? And Jules, I'm going to start with you.
Oh my gosh, well that's the whole thing. That's what I started out with. For me, it's been thrift clothing. I have shopped thrift my entire life. Trace, I'm talking like back in the 80s here, man. Like no idea about saving the planet. It was really about getting unique clothing, and that's how I built my business. And literally the most positive offshoot was the sustainable side of it. So for me, it's definitely shopping vintage.
That's
Never knew it was good.
amazing. I love that you do that, and I love that, you know, it's not only stylish, but it is very eco-friendly, so very cool. Stephanie, how about you? Is there something you've been doing all along and you've realized, oh my gosh, this is green?
I really care about my hair, Tracy, like a lot.
It's nice.
And I didn't realize that my hair products are actually vegan and non-toxic. So that made me feel really good because I use quite a bit of them on the daily. So I'm quite happy that I can contribute that way.
And Stephanie, are you okay with giving us a hair flip right now?
Absolutely.
Yes, girl. All vegan products on that beautiful mane. Winston, I want to see a hair flip from you too. Just joking. Winston, what have you been doing? What have you been doing that you have found out is actually green?
Well, I will say that I do eat meat, but one thing that I'm very mindful of is how much meat that I consume. And so whether that's just taking one day where I'm choosing to have a pretty veggie-rich meal, I think that's making a big difference. The other thing is the farm-to-table thing. I do it all the time, where I make sure that I'm not only shopping locally, but I'm supporting a lot of the farmers that are close by, so that I'm cutting down on the greenhouse gases and the fuel that it takes to ship food across the country to me.
And you're probably walking to the farmer's market, which is also a great thing, or biking, and then you're getting that fresh produce. You're probably bringing it home in a reusable bag. You're doing all the things, Winston. Very good. Okay, let's go over to Brittany now. Hey, Brits, what are you doing that you've realized, man, this is good. I do it already, and it happens to be sustainable?
Yes, definitely. So ever since I was little, my mom always shopped organic before it was trendy. So when it comes to our produce, I kept that up just for health reasons, and then realized that because of the lack of pesticides, it really does make a difference when it comes to the environment. And so that's what I keep up without even really thinking about it, but knowing that it makes a huge difference.
Oh, we love to see it. And you got that from your mama. Okay, Nick, how about you? What have you been doing that is sustainable before you were even thinking it was sustainable?
Trace, I want a hair flip and a body roll moment.
So do you want to do it,
okay?
or do you want me to do it? Yeah, go ahead, Nick. Do your hair flip and your body roll.
I'm doing at the same time for your nerves, for all your life coming at ya. Okay, but let's get serious for a second, okay?
All right.
Listen, I've never been one for online shopping. Okay, I've had to see the piece, touch it, stretch it, put it on. Little did I know, my carbon footprint offset majorly. Think about when you check your UPS tracking, it goes to 75 depots before it gets to you. It's in 1,000 packages of plastic. It's just not sustainable. I've never been one for that. I need to try my piece on. So yeah, I've been doing pretty well.
I like to hear that from a stylist, too. Okay, good, Nick. I love that advice. For me, and I had to be reminded of this, if somebody here at Cityline was like, Tracy, you always bring your lunch. You've been bringing your lunch forever. I've been bringing my lunch forever because I'd rather spend my money on shoes. But little did I think that this is actually a great way to live for the environment. I make my meal at home, and I bring my lunch in my little containers, and I'm eating my little lunch every day. I would never think of going out. And when I do get out to have lunch, it's a big deal. It's usually like a Friday, and it's like, oh, I'm going to get some pizza today, but it's a big deal. So making meals at home, all of that stuff, it's really important. Shopping local, you know, maybe buying at local boutiques versus going online. I love it all. I love to see what everybody's doing to make a difference. Thank you to our panel for hanging out with us and giving us all of the ways you've been green without even knowing it. It's so encouraging to see the small ways we are already making a big difference and how simple it is to do even more. So thank you for